Fariha?
Yes.
I want to say it right. Fariha.
Fariha. Yes, you said it perfectly.
Okay. Hell
And
yeah.
say your name for me.
Lenice.
Lenice.
Yeah.
So it's not Lenise?
No, the Z is like
An
not
S,
silent, but like an
basically?
S.
Okay, so I was saying it like a Z.
A lot of people do. I
Lenice.
mean, it's a Z. Right?
It's true.
So weird.
It's true.
Yeah, I thank my dad for that one. Like, high school was so hard.
Yeah, right? Gee, thanks. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I just changed my Twitter handle to something people can pronounce.
Oh my gosh,
People
I love
butcher it
that.
every time, and then they feel bad, and I'm like, okay. Like,
So what is it? Is it Fari?
Fari, yeah.
Fari. I love
NFT Fari.
Ooh.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Lenice and welcome to Soulfull. This is a space that'll help you unfold the tools within you to align with your highest self through shared experience. Because at the end of this journey unique to oneself, we are all interconnected. We are one.
Fariha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fariha.
Good.
You
Okay,
got
cool.
it. It means bringer of joy in Arabic.
No way.
It
Bringer
does.
of joy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Right? Oh, really?
Literally, I feel it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm so
your
glad
presence
you
is just
do.
like filling me.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Stop.
All right, well, let's introduce you. Welcome back, everybody. So, today I am honored to actually physically meet this beautiful spirited being. Her name is Fariha, and I met her in the metaverse.
Yeah.
And what did we find out about each other?
We found out that not only are we both Capricorn suns, but we're both Cancer moons. So I knew right away she was dope because I like to think I'm pretty dope.
I feel it. I think we both are.
Right? Yeah, I love it. I feel it. I love the confidence that Capricorn women bring. I love it.
Thank you.
And then, like,
yes.
softness, too, with the Cancer. You know, like, it's like we needed it.
Totally.
Like, we needed the Cancer.
I feel the vibe for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, it contradicts each other sometimes. You ever feel indecisive, or is that my Libra rising?
It's your Libra rising.
Okay.
I'm never indecisive.
Great.
But you know what? My life has been a battle between, like, you know, feeling like should I feel emotional or should I be practical right now? Like,
Okay.
very like brain versus heart. And for a long time, it was very brain over heart, like for most of my life.
Wow.
And then more recently, I'm like I just lead with my emotions. I mean, not like in a, you know,
In a very Cancer way.
in a Cancer way. No, I mean, like, you know, I feel like it really helps with my intuition.
Yes,
Because-
that's definitely a plus, because I feel like my intuition is so much stronger than like others. But I mean, like, I guess anybody could say that, but like, seriously, I feel like I can like sniff things out like before anybody else is aware of it, you know? And I'm just like, I knew it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like my intuition's so strong, especially lately with all these placements, where
Right.
my placements are.
Yeah, because you were telling me, I feel like this is the year of the Capricorn,
Yeah.
at least, for sure. I don't know why, but I feel it. Like,
You
I just
it?
feel like
I
I'm...
think it's your year, honey.
Oh,
This is your year.
it's our year, girl.
year.
I feel it. Like,
Yes.
this year I am on top of my shit. Like, I am, like, on my healing, you know, on my projects. Like, I am definitely focusing on me
Yeah.
for the first time, like, probably ever.
This is amazing. I'm really proud of you because that's
Thank you.
something else that, like, we struggle with,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like for earth signs, like, and especially Capricorns, it's like our biggest fear is failing at something.
Hmm. And sometimes that can, like, hinder me. Like I won't even start it because I'm already thinking about failure. And I'm just like, now I'm like, what is the point of that? Like, literally nothing is happening, you know? Because
Yeah.
I'm just, like, getting in my head too much.
Right, and especially with social media, it's so easy to be hard on yourself. Like, oh my God, this didn't get that many views, and like, this
Oh, yeah.
didn't get much engagement, and
Right.
like, does that make me, you know, not good at what I'm doing? But in reality, it's just a build up.
It's part of like networking, patience, collaboration. I feel like for me, like, I'm trying to definitely put myself out there in the metaverse and like Twitter spaces and, you know, my channel, everything. because I know what I want to do. Like I want to help people, and I want to do that through like my art and my creativity and my mind. I want to share, you know, my truth. But in the same at the same token, I also want to have like a balance for like my physical life. Like I need to also be present. So I am working really hard on my projects and stuff, but I also feel like I need to practice art of balance all the time. Like all the time. There's not a moment where I cannot not be mindful of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's that like?
Challenging. It's like I
Yeah.
always gotta have that constant awareness. Otherwise, like I can be on my phone too much between like IG and now Twitter and like, you know, emails and like even just looking for inspiration, you know, like I do that, like especially in vacations and stuff and like in present moments, but it's easy to get sucked into it. So I'm practicing so hard on like being and focusing on who and what is like right in front of me, because especially with the Twitter spaces, I love it, but like I'm catching myself sometimes like I'm with my friends and I have like I'm in a space, you know, and they're like talking to me and they're like Lanice, and I'm like, okay, I need to just like balance, you know.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I guess I can't say that because I don't have like in real life friends yet over here. I just moved to San Diego.
That's right.
Don't know anybody. So that's why I'm able to like spend as much time as I do on Twitter Spaces.
Okay,
And
hell
I'm
yeah.
really just trying to like build a community, you know, and
I
like
love that.
find like-minded people. And my friend I met through there, my friend Sage, she and I have been hosting astrology Twitter Spaces, and it's so much
Love
fun. You
that.
have to come to the next one.
I'm going to
Well, we're
come.
trying to do one tonight. So if you want, it's gonna be like a late night
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. We were playing this astrology and chill game where I was like, okay, like everyone like pin up your art and then like we're gonna try to guess your sign depending on your art.
Oh my God, I love
And
that.
it was
How
so much
fun.
fun because a lot of us were right about a lot of things, and then like some people were like had no idea about anything about astrology, but they shared their art, and
Oh, that's so
we were
cool.
able to tell them exactly where they were, and they're like, "Wow, that's insane!" Because I don't know the first thing about astrology, and I'm like, it was just so much fun.
So you're basically just kind of like introducing astrology to people who are maybe possibly non-believers or like don't even like focus on that, you know?
Wow, I never thought about it that way, but I suppose yes.
I feel like astrology is like a stepping stone into spirituality.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I do have to say, once I started getting more into astrology and more into my chart, I really started to embrace my Cancer side a lot more. A lot more. And I think that that really helped balance me.
Okay.
Because I used to like completely compartmentalize my emotions. Like, I did
Oh
not.
my God, dude.
I didn't
That's
handle them like
me.
that. Yeah, like I would communicate, always communicated everything really well, but then like when it came to like, you know, being vulnerable, wasn't really. But now I'm like, here's my soul, here's my heart, just take it. Like,
I
you
love
can have
that.
it.
That's so crazy because like I totally relate to that, but I was able to like really identify it. Like growing up, I was so quiet, you know? But like in my mind and in my heart, like I had the passion was there, you know, like the feelings were there. And I guess that's why I've always said I feel like I identify more with my Cancer moon sign, but like obviously that's why because it's my moon sign. But like the Capricorn in me was always like keeping it to myself, holding on to it. That is so Capricorn. I get it now.
Yeah,
I've
it's
always been
true.
like, why am I Capricorn? I don't get it.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I've learned to really identify all of my emotions and their root, and like then I'm able to communicate them very well. So like practicing all of it just like helped me get there. Plus therapy, plus years of therapy, and like actually identifying my emotions, you know.
Therapy is so real and
Yeah,
is definitely like a tool
it definitely
for
is.
healing, just like spirituality.
Yeah, shout out to Warda. I love you. I don't know where I'd be without you, girl. Really don't know where I'd be. I wouldn't be
It's so
here.
real. Honestly, it's so real.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that. That's really cool that you were like able to take that step, you know?
Yeah,
And
for
like do
sure. I
that for
needed
yourself.
to. I needed to because I'm queer and I grew up in a pretty like conservative Muslim family. And so there's no out people in my family. And I have a huge family.
So like how was that acceptance for you?
It never was, except I had to just find that in myself and like have faith in myself and
Wow.
like, just keep on pushing.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, but you know what? It made me me.
Yeah, dude, I feel that like black sheep energy, where it's
Yes.
like you feel so different.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I'm so proud of you for like being authentic and like knowing.
Thank you.
Like,
I mean, I
despite
can't change.
judgment and like influence on your roles, like you just knew.
Yeah, yeah, no, I just knew.
Good.
But
Good.
yeah, it's funny you said black sheep. I have three siblings and they're all like on the same boat. And then there's me.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That's totally me, so I get
Me
it.
too, see?
Yeah.
That's a cap thing. They also like, I mean, not to get like too, if this is like too much, just let me know. We'll cut it out. But they say that like Capricorn women have troubled relationships with their mothers.
Oh my
Did
God,
you
stop
do you resonate
it.
with that?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. Me and every other Capricorn woman I know. That's a
Whoa.
thing.
That's crazy because now I'm thinking about my Capricorn girlfriend. I don't want to say names because I don't want to go there, but you know who you are.
It's like which one?
So relatable. So, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. So, when did you can figure that? When did you figure that out?
I have some friends that are really into astrology and they teach me so much. They teach me a lot.
Oh my God, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that makes me feel more like comfortable in like, my childhood shit.
Seen? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true but you know what I think it might be? It might be like a power struggle thing. Cuz
Definitely.
we were kids like, now we're running this.
I was always like such a great kid growing up, like literally the quiet, like invisible child. People like literally would have to look for me when they're babysitting. But then once I was a teenager, that definitely changed because I was kind of like pushing back, like challenging. It's hard. I kind of had to fight, I had to fight a lot growing up
It's
in my
true.
teen years.
Right? It's tough. And
Yeah.
that's trauma, Like,
Yeah,
there's so
dude.
much trauma.
Yeah, that is.
My mom read my diary when I was like 14.
Dude,
And I
that's some shit
had,
my mom would do.
right?
Yeah.
And I had like so much poetry in it because like I was like so into creative writing. I even like minored in poetry, like I was so into it. But I had a trauma from that because I loved to write, absolutely loved it. I loved to write poetry ever since I was a kid. And then because I felt like I didn't have privacy anymore to be vulnerable in my journal,
Yeah.
I just stopped writing. And like that, I would always think like, imagine how much I could have like practiced, how much practice I could have gotten if I continued, but I didn't feel safe in my own home.
Damn, it's crazy you say that because that's totally how I used to handle things too growing up, is where I would just completely shut down. Like I just would stop, like you said, like just you stopped your writing your poetry. Like I just would not like even vibe. Like I'd just be in my room. I spent a lot of time in my room actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and like even that, like I grew up sharing a room with two sisters and until like the eldest one moved out for college. Like I'm talking like my whole life.
Wow.
Like, until I lived in my parents' house.
Right. Totally.
And so there was absolutely no privacy, no boundaries, like there wasn't anything.
Damn.
I know.
So like at what point was it when you like created more freedom for yourself?
When I moved out, when I left to college,
Okay.
and I was able to like come into myself and be myself and do the things I'd like to do.
Good.
And like, just be free. And then after that, I like tried moving back home. Didn't really work out.
Once you move out, yeah, it's different. It's the end of the road there.
It didn't really work out. I was
Totally.
like, no. And then like I did move out, and in my culture, I'm Pakistani. Women only like move out when they get married to a man. So yeah, it's like, like there's still a lot of families that I know that don't let their daughters like dorm or live away for college or anything. Yeah.
So wow, there's like no freedom there.
Yeah, so I was able to move out at least, when I went to college, but I was expected to move back home,
Okay.
right? And then I did for a little bit, but it was just, you know, like, once you, like, have your freedom and, like,
It's not the same.
you get it taken away, it's like, no, like, I'm an adult. Like, I can't live under your rules. Like, we're so different, right? So I had to move out, and that made, like, like, I feel like in the beginning, it kind of tore us apart even more. But I knew that, like, some distance would make us, like, all appreciate each other a little bit more. And that's exactly what happened.
Dude,
So,
yeah, distance can be a beautiful thing.
yeah.
Learned that the hard way.
Right? Because they learn
Yeah.
to appreciate us more.
Yeah,
And
totally.
we them.
Yeah, and then you get, like, the freedom to kind of be yourself, literally, you know?
Exactly.
Wow.
Like, lately I've just been focusing on being my authentic self because I want to attract the right people. Because I'm like,
Okay.
I don't want to waste time with people that, like, we don't resonate, you know? That
Right.
we don't flow off each other.
You gotta
That's why
find
I'm
your
like,
tribe.
yeah, I'm like, I'm just gonna say what's on my mind, say how I feel, and, like, if they don't like it, then we're probably not gonna work, you know? And I'm
Right.
like, let's keep it moving. I'm trying to find my soul tribe. Like,
I love that. I love that. Again, it goes back to Twitter Spaces because I definitely feel like I'm finding my people,
yeah,
like-minded thinkers, I guess.
yeah.
And okay, so you're basically like manifesting right now.
I'm manifesting.
Yeah, you're manifesting your circle.
So I've been manifesting it for a long time,
Wow.
for years. I'm like, I really, like, want my soul tribe,
Hell yeah.
and
And sometimes it takes time, right? Like, you gotta start somewhere. There's always a starting point. I feel like when
Girl.
people think about manifesting, they're like, I'm gonna get it in a week, or, you know, like, it's like, okay.
no, it's a process, but there's a lot of things that need to happen when you're manifesting big things, like completely new people in your life. A lot needs to happen, and you can't expect that to be like rainbows and sunshine, because, like,
Right.
for me to even, like, be ready to accept new people, and, like, also before that accept being alone and having absolutely nobody, everyone in my life, like, dropped like flies. Like, all my friends, I had cousins, not all my friends, but, like, a lot of my close friends,
Right.
and, like, some close family members that just, like, dropped out of my life, like, dramatic fallings out. Like, there's
Wow.
no going back status, like.
Wow.
And that was in 2021. Like, I lost.
Wow, that wasn't long ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. And now I'm meeting, like, all these amazing people that, you know, I resonate with.
That's crazy that you say that, and like us having the same chart, because I feel like I kind of went through the same thing last year. Like, I literally just found myself last year.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Like,
beautiful.
thank you. So, like, it's very similar, you know? It's very similar to, like, my own life and my own cycles, which is kind of trippy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I just didn't, like, everyone was falling out of my life, and I never once said, like, oh, why me? Like, I was sad. I would cry every day for a couple, you know, for, like, a couple weeks. And I would kind of, like, mourn the loss of our friendships, and, like,
Yeah.
but I never once was like, why me? Like, why is this happening? I was never angry about it.
Right.
I accepted it pretty quickly because I knew that it was just preparing me for what's next. And this was, like, it happened over the summer, and
Wow.
that's what I was saying to the people around me that, like, you know, the friends that I still have. And they were like, yeah, that's, like, a really positive way to look at it. But I'm like, no, like, I know what's happening. Like, I
Yeah.
know, like, I have this big move planned, and I'm being called to San Diego for a reason, you know? And it's because
I
my
love
tribe's
that.
there. I could feel it. Like, I was able to feel it. I'm like, I know these are my people.
Dude, I feel like that is definitely that basically is contributed to having faith in something. Like, that's faith right there. It doesn't matter what it is exactly that your faith is in. You know, it can be very different from your family's belief system, but you got faith in something, girl, and that is supporting you. That's what's
true.
picking you up and taking you where other people that you love can't go, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. It's funny you mentioned having faith in yourself. I literally quit my job, my 9 to 5, with no backup plan. My last day was December 30th. Literally left it in 2021. Started working on my art.
Oh my God.
And now I'm making all these awesome connections in the NFT world, and it feels so right. Nothing has ever felt more right in my life. Like,
Hell yeah, dude. I'm
Like,
so proud of you.
Thank you. We're going to be
Wow.
looking back at this in a year, like,
I know. Totally. I feel that for sure. I
Right.
totally do. Wow. So, okay, tell me about these NFTs. I want to know about your artwork, how you got into it. What is NFT?
NFT is non-fungible token. So it's a really good way for artists to put themselves out there and get recognized and, you know, kind of like put a face to their name if they choose, and to just make their art really accessible. Like I can post my art on a website and people from all over the world can see it and have access to it and have the option to purchase it on the blockchain. So it's
All over
really
the
beautiful.
world.
All over the world. All over the world.
Like, that's how many chances you got. That's the possibilities.
Yeah.
This shit's global.
I mean, it's like, you know, certain websites are banned in like certain countries, but like,
Right.
you know, besides that.
Right. Wow. I
Yeah.
love that. And I honestly checked out some of your artwork.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. And during the pandemic, I was doing like some acrylic painting with my girlfriends, and I found one that reminds me a lot of a painting that I did, and I love it so
Oh my
much.
God, I'd love to see it. Yeah,
That's my favorite one.
it is?
Yeah, that one is my favorite.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad that you like it. I'm still getting used to it, to people like resonating with my art.
Really?
Because I was never public about it until now.
Okay. So is this you?
It's me.
Hell yeah.
It was a nude.
So was it a real photo?
It's a
So this
real
is a real
photo.
photo that you, wow.
I like to get creative, you know.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
I'm not
beautiful.
telling everybody. I mean, I guess I just did. But
That's cute.
I'm not telling everybody, but I mean, I'm going to let the people that know, and if word gets out, then it gets out.
Yeah, this is
I sell the real one. For a lot
gorgeous
more.
work. I love that. And like, I feel like it's so like self-expression is really big for Capricorns this year. That's just a feeling. I haven't read anything of it, but I just feel like there's a lot of like self-expression coming out, at least in me. Like, I'm just like being so real with how I feel on the inside. Because I'll be looking back at stuff sometimes, like my episodes, and I'm like, okay, I felt so much more exuberant than like in that moment than like what I'm looking at. So like, how can I express myself more, you know? I'm learning these things as I go. It's fucking amazing. And I feel like even maybe with your artwork, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
For like being your authentic self, because like we're scared to do that, right?
Yeah.
But once you start, it's so much easier.
It gets easier as you go, yeah. And then again, it goes back to finding your circle and that supportive energy. And I feel it. I feel it right now.
Oh, stop.
I do. I know.
I love it. No, I feel it too.
We're
I feel it
blushing.
too. Right?
Yeah, these tones here are amazing. I love how it's, you know, it's funny. The indigo tone starts at the top, and that's totally the color that you picked on the light.
Oh my God, that's true.
That's beautiful. And then it fades into like a purple, pinkish, orangish hue. And of course, we've got the full moon, and that is
Oh my God, that's
my favorite part.
Yes. Oh wow.
It almost looks like crinkled paper almost. It's so cute. Look at that.
Yeah, so I was learning. I had
See
never
the
done digital
prayers.
art before this collection.
Wow. You go, girl.
Thank you.
Self-discovery.
A lot of it was experimental. I'm like, what does this brush do? And then I have a whole piece, and I'm like, wow, okay. I can
Some
tell
of
this.
the most beautiful pieces of work come out of like the practice runs, the rough drafts, right?
Yeah. Wow. For sure. But it was just creating this collection was incredibly healing for me, because it started off like, okay, what do people want to see? What would they spend their money on? Like, you know, like what do the people want? Mm-hmm. But then it became about what I want and how I want to express myself and what I want to put out there on the canvas and how I want people to see me even. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and like I have a lot of things that are symbolic of the occult in there. And Ooh. I was like, I don't care if like, you know, people think this is too witchy. I don't care if they think that it's like dark. You know, I have a piece with the Ouija pointer on there. Ooh. And I was like, is this gonna spook people out? And I'm like, then it's not for them.
Yes,
it's not for those people. It's for the people that like it.
Exactly, because you like it, so
I love it. That's all that matters. It was like my favorite game as a kid.
Oh my God, you used to play it?
I used to play it.
Damn, that is so cool.
I used to play it, and I liked it a little too much. They had to take it away from me.
No way. Your parents?
Yeah. And, my sisters, they had to take it away because I would just
Play with it all
love playing it.
That's so fun. Okay, so, did you really feel, other, control from, spirits when you were playing it?
We weren't ever moving the cursors.
Wow.
We weren't ever moving it. It works. It's a real thing. Wow. You can make your own.
Right, yeah. I could use my mug.
You could use your mug. Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about, you said you're getting into tarot cards, correct?
Well, they're calling me. I haven't quite answered it. They're calling you too. Do you think we should pull some?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see.
I've got my
We're both
Rider-Waite
practicing.
tarot deck. Let's do it, girl. Okay, so we've got the Rider-Waite tarot deck over here. Already presaged.
Nice.
Do you want to do this?
You
do this.
I do.
You've
this?
never done it, so you do it.
I've never done it.
Shuffle your cards.
Okay.
How does it feel to you?
These are huge.
Yeah, they
My
are.
hands are tiny.
You're tiny.
I'm gonna need a mini deck when I get one. My
your
first
little
deck has to be like a kid's deck or something.
Or maybe you'll make one. Maybe you'll make your own tarot deck.
Oh my god.
With your art.
Wait. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And then I could mint. Oh my god, wait.
Yes, exactly.
I could make it. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the reveal process of new projects.
No. I'm so new to this whole world.
For a lot of new projects, it'll be okay, you're building the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you commit to buying one of the pieces by saying yeah, this is the set amount price to buy. Say that it's an ETH, right? Which nothing's ever that expensive. I'm just saying that as an example. I keep
sure.
So they were okay, so everybody will invest an ETH into, say the first, however many pieces that they want.
Okay.
Usually there's a limit on it. Some people, the limit's 5, some it's 10. And so then there's a reveal date.
Oh.
So how cool would it be if everyone just was revealed a tarot card and it spoke to them strongly and it was meant for them, very intentional, because I'm not controlling it. Nobody, it's literally by chance.
Ooh. Okay, so you're talking about metaverse tarot.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's been done.
Damn.
I don't know if that's been done.
Not yet.
And Sage and I were just talking about, because we want to collab because we just vibe so well.
Yeah.
And you know what's so crazy? We met in a Twitter space.
Uh-huh.
We met in Stacey and Matthew's Twitter space.
Yeah.
One night, and she started talking astrology. So I did too. And what would keep happening is that every time we were in spaces together, we would keep talking, making it about astrology. So we're we need to just make our own space. So now we do an astrology space. So that's so fun.
I love that.
But the first time I ever spoke to her, even heard her voice on Spaces, my first message to her was, I feel so connected to you. Oh my god. This is what I mean. I'm I don't care if it creeps her out. If it creeps her out, then it's not for me, but I have a feeling that she feels it too.
Totally.
We never even knew each other before. We didn't know each other's pictures. We didn't know.
She's so sweet.
She's so sweet.
She has
yeah.
really good energy.
She's amazing. She's amazing. And she's been ending our spaces with meditations.
Ah.
And it's so nice.
The one that I had stepped into was with the sound, the sound therapy. I don't know if it was a triangle that she was using or a sound bowl, but I don't know what it was. I just felt called to go up and speak, and honestly I was really nervous. Public speaking is a huge fear of mine for whatever reason, but
you did great. You couldn't tell at all. You sounded very calm.
Okay, cool. I was in my little office space, just letting it rip.
I don't know, I just want to meet creatives and people who are into spirituality and artists. People who do stuff like this. Is so cool. I love that you're doing a podcast. You
Yeah,
have
I'm
such a
all
great
about
setup.
like art and projects right now and like self-expression.
Yes. What
You
else
know?
are you working on?
Honestly, I am getting into the NFT space too. So I got into photography a little bit. I can't say I'm like out there with a camera all the time, but I have photos. I've got like a collection, and like honestly, I never do anything with them.
You should put them up.
Yeah, I just like have them. I'm like a photo hoarder. I just have them in my phone. And it's like if I'm doing this and I'm out here, you know, taking photos, finding my gems that I always look at, like why can't I share them with the world and like make a connection, like you were saying, to myself with them? It's like part of that's what art is. It's self-expression. And I feel like, you know, being a cooped up Capricorn my whole like childhood, it's like time to kind of just like set myself free and just like
Yes.
exemplify myself for others, you know, who were just like my past self. Because it's really all about taking hands, you know, it's like a domino effect. And that's also part of spirituality is like elevating together as a collective. And that's like literally basically all I've ever believed in my whole entire life. I just like wasn't doing anything, you know, I wasn't doing anything for that or about that. I wasn't around supportive energies of that sort. So just being here and like, you know, working on my podcast as a project now, you know, finding where I kind of fit into the whole photography NFT thing, like it's not, I can't make that my whole identity because I do really value the people in my life that I do have, especially being a mom and stuff, but like it is also a big part of me, you know,
Of course it is.
that it's time to kind of like spread my wings and
You
be
have to.
myself and, you know, just like not care so much about what other people think of me and, you know, basically, yeah, what other people think of me.
Yeah, because you know what? We wouldn't have these passions if we weren't meant to act on them.
Yeah.
We don't have all these like brilliant ideas so they can be just cooped up. Mm-hmm. You know? We
Exactly.
need to
That's
let
why I
them
feel
be.
like on a certain level, everybody is artistic. But it's a
Yeah.
matter of like finding how and like your creative outlet and like the willingness to actually like create that space for your life for your projects.
Yeah,
Because there's so many
exactly.
people in this life who aren't going to do that, and those are the ones who admire artists. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
It goes around full circle. Like you can't have this side without that side, and vice versa. So, yeah, I'm just like diving into like all spectrums here, and like I'm very, very, very focused right now on like mental health.
Yes.
You know, it's like it's so interesting like having my awakening back in 2020 and like spending this whole year like just evaluating myself. And like of course with that territory you start to see like what's wrong with everybody too. You know, like it's like you can identify things and it's just like damn, so we're all a little messed up, you know. And it's about like accepting and like setting boundaries. And like I just really feel like I am called to highlight those things for everybody, you know, because I feel like everybody has like dark moments that we all hide and like kind of put on the shelf, and then we go and we present our faces at our best. And it's like, you know what, even though, you know, we might always be trying our best, sometimes we're not, and like that needs to be acknowledged. And there needs to be a space where that can be held and where, you know, we can still feel like we belong even when we're like in a very low state of life.
Yeah, and that's how like we attracted each other, right? Is because we were
Totally.
vulnerable with one another in a room filled with strangers.
Yes.
And I really believe that that's how you make real, genuine connections, is just by being vulnerable and just seeing where it takes you, because it's really powerful that way. It's healing in itself. And, you know, like, especially, like, because we have, like, the Capricorn, like, neglected child thing in common, it's like our inner child was suffering, right? But now they're both breaking free,
Right.
and like
Yeah, for
are
me, it was like
thriving.
kind of like coming from a space of like screaming to be seen, but on the inside.
Exactly, because you weren't ever going to be like, pay attention to me, because you're like, I'm not needy, like I
Right?
got this.
Yeah, you're like, I'm okay. And like, little did I know it was all going to pile up and it was going to hit me one day all at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's true. So, yeah, it feels good to prioritize my inner child. You should come over and paint.
I should. I literally am so down.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to.
Yeah. I have like a second bedroom as a creative room.
You've got your own creative space.
Yeah.
Love it.
In my home. I mean, we just got like a 2-bed, 2-bath because I was like,
Right.
I just need, I set the intention to create.
Good.
Like, that's what, be that like content for social media or painting or like editing YouTube videos.
So that's like your life right now. It's just that. How amazing is that?
I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. That sounds like a dream come true for me. I'm like, wow, so you just sit there all day and you can just focus on your art and you're in your spaces and you're just promoting yourself and meeting people. That's so great.
I'm putting myself in this position and it really took a lot to get me here. It took a lot of like mental power to be able to do this.
Wow. So like making that choice was hard, but then once you were really aligned, it was a piece of cake.
Exactly. Just like my journey here, right? Like people are like, my loved ones are still like, I can't believe you just up and like moved coast one day. And I'm like, it was the easiest thing I've ever done because it was meant to be here. It was like this gravitational pull.
Totally. Wow. I feel that.
Feel it?
I totally feel that. Yeah, that's why you were supposed to come down here.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Who else was going to be on episode? Which episode is this?
Episode 8.
Who else was going to be on episode 8? Like, come on. It was me.
Nobody
8's my lucky number.
else. What?
Yeah. And 8 is also like symbolizes abundance.
Girl. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We love numbers.
I love numbers. I'm all about synchronicity numbers. I'm just like, oh my God. It comes to me all the time.
What are your numbers? Some that like or stick out to you the most?
222. For sure. I'm always saying 222. And like my favorite number used to be 3, but now because of 222, like it's 2. Like 2 is my favorite number. 22, 222, just 2. Like it does not matter. I love 2s.
This is your year, baby.
I know, right?
And it's about
I know.
And it's about to be February, so I think some big things are going to be happening for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel that. I really need to like, again, going back to the whole balancing out my life, I need to like find my groove, you know what I mean? Because I'm doing what I can. I'm doing the best I can. I take it day by day. And I also make sure to prioritize my mental health no matter what.
That's the most important thing because like you owe that to yourself. Once you lose that, there's a lot of damage that can be done and it's just not worth it to be sacrificing it for anything or anybody.
No, I feel like even when I come up like and present myself, like I just don't feel the same if I'm not properly taking care of myself and I'm like on some accountability shit. So like I'm here and I'm like, now I'm like on my reading, I'm like doing deep journaling, deep self-discovery. And like, again, it feels so aligned, feels so aligned right now. And like, I feel like positive energy because I am focusing on the people who support what I want for my life. That's it. It's that easy. It's that easy.
I support you.
I know you do. And I support you, girl. I support you. I support the creative community for sure because we live in a world where like it's not supported. Honestly, it's admired.
Yeah.
But is it supported?
But also, is it respected? It's not that respected either.
No, but I feel like that's going to change. I really feel like it's going to change for whatever reason.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a redistribution of wealth in 2022, and I truly feel like it's finally going into the hands of people who deserve it, right? Like, not so much the large corporations, but more so the empaths and the healers and the artists and the creatives that are actually listening to their intuition and healing, you know? Like, if you heal one, like, you're healing the collective. You know, you heal yourself, you're helping everybody, so...
Tapping into self to tap into helping others heal themselves, that is the vibe this year.
Yeah.
That is it.
It really is.
I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I could also say, because I've never been like, had my eyes open to it, but like, I feel as if now it's so abundant. Like I'm even seeing like things like like quotes in like Target, you know, like awaken the mind, like things like that. And I'm like, damn, like this shit is up and coming, you know, like everybody is starting to awaken, and like it's a supportive energy. Like one on another token, one can see like, fuck, there's like now there's like competition or whatever, but it's not even like that. It really is not even like that, because like minds supporting each other will be supported no matter what, because like you're saying, like in the metaverse, like all of this is global except for the continents that don't have access, but I feel like even that will change at some point. Not everybody, but
Yeah.
it's definitely something new and coming that, you know, spiritualists are definitely like awakened to before like everybody else in the matrix.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you. And it's this new mindset shift, right? Of that there's enough abundance to go around.
Yes, exactly.
That didn't exist before the pandemic, okay? That
No,
didn't.
girl, it did
It
not.
didn't. I feel like I felt that way because I feel like I'm not really a competitive person.
Right.
I'm
Me
not
either.
at all. I'm like, wow, like I want you to shine. Like you could be a stranger, you could be a loved one. I'll be happier for you than you are for yourself. Like, you know, and right now I feel like I'm in this big time war. Like I feel like I dimension hopped. I feel like quantum leaped something. I don't know what happened, but you know.
I feel like I heard last year something about like the veil thinning, and so like everyone who's meant to be expanding this year is definitely going to be, and I feel it, you know.
I feel it too, and I'm really excited. And I knew that, like, I knew I wouldn't be feeling this way for no reason. Like, that's not a mistake.
No, nothing is a mistake. It doesn't even matter like how painful it was, what a big, you know, mistake it felt like. Like, no, that was supposed to happen exactly the way that it did, you know.
Exactly.
For reasons that we will find out, you know, and then in hindsight we'll be look back and be like, that's why.
It's true. On that note,
Let's take it away.
let's see. I don't know. I feel like I have to move my chair. I've never done this. Do I have to do the whole deck at once? Like, do I have to... Not slick with this. Not slick with this at all.
No, girl, you do what you feel. That's it.
What I feel. Okay.
Let it all come to you.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I can't even hold them all at once. I don't think I'm meant to.
Yeah, what do we need to align with in 2022?
Okay, I need to align with a sip of water.
I know, right?
First.
A sip of my crack.
Yeah, you're drinking crack right now.
I am. Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got. We got Queen of Cups.
Ooh.
I feel like that's abundance. We got the Page of Wands. I
Okay.
feel like that's
Pages, I think pages usually represents like youthfulness. We are amateurs here. Don't judge us,
don't-
astrologers, tarot readers. Don't.
We're not claiming to be professionals.
Yeah.
This is my first time ever doing this. This is practice, okay?
Yeah, we're having fun with it. We're like intuitively figuring this out.
Yeah. And justice.
Ooh. Okay, so Page of Wands is good news that should be coming to you swiftly or shortly.
Period.
I
love
feel it. What were we saying this whole time?
Saying it. We were saying that
That's
we
great.
feel this energy.
Queen of Cups rules the emotional realm, so that is definitely accurate for both of us.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like that is representing like our expression in art right now.
Yeah.
Like we are putting our emotions into our projects, which is going to bring us this abundance and good fortune soon, is what it's telling us. That's
Definitely.
what our angels are saying right now.
Yeah, and I also feel like, you know, our art, like us creating art, is doing justice to our inner child. Because
God, you tied in the inner child. I love you.
yeah, I love you.
Totally. I
Yeah,
feel that.
'cause I feel so empowered when I'm creating.
It's healing energy.
It's so healing. It's healing, and that was I got a download too when I was on shrooms. Like, you've done the healing that you need to do, and I personally feel like I don't think there's ever like it could ever be enough. You know, I feel like there's always so much.
As long as time is moving, absolutely, I agree.
But they said like in order for what's supposed to, like the good things that are supposed to unfold for you next, like that's, you've done the healing for that. So I'm like, wow, I really feel like I did that through my art though. if it wasn't for my art and what I had quit my corporate job and did nothing,
Right.
oh my God, probably not be very happy.
No, you'd probably go back
Yeah.
to that same environment.
And see, I was also considering at the time where I was leaving, I'm like, oh, like, I'm going to just work for a different company. I'm just going to work for a different corporate job. Now, though, after doing nothing but art and communicating with nobody but artists for the past couple weeks, I'm like, I don't think I was built for that corporate life. And I finally get it when people used to be like, I could never sit in an office all day. I could never sit at a desk all day. I used to be like, what? What do you mean? Like I'm excited to do that, you know? To me, it was like this idea that was like, you know, to my parents, it was the American dream, right?
Exactly.
And
so you were basing that off of the dreams of your parents.
Yeah, it kind of was. And I was like, I just feel like it was kind of, it's been glamorized, you know?
Right.
Corporate life has been glamorized, but now everyone's like...
For sure.
I saw a tweet the other day. It was like, I'm about to start shit posting on LinkedIn.
Oh my God. Let's take it away, all of us. What's LinkedIn?
Yeah. That's so funny. And I saw like some people from my old job like lurking on my LinkedIn page. Like, you know how it notifies you? Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's so funny. They want to see where I am.
Wow.
That's funny. Like, why are you concerned I left? Like...
Now, do they know?
No.
Good.
They don't.
They don't need to. They're not part of your circle.
A lot of people in my personal life don't really know, but all my new connections that I'm making, I know that I'm going all in.
Really?
Yeah.
So how is that? Like, is it just because you're not talking to them anymore, or like?
No, I mean the people that I am still talking to. I have one friend that knows what I'm up to. She just doesn't understand it. We haven't like explored that. Realm.
That's crazy.
My partner has been so supportive through all of it. I wouldn't be able to do it without him. I really wouldn't. Because, like, you know, obviously I'm not working. There's one less check coming in, you know?
Right, yeah.
There's that.
That's the reality.
Yeah, and then, like, he has a brand new job, too. So it's, like, it's a lot at once. And he was, ever since I, you know, started, like, being serious about wanting to leave, he's been the most supportive, encouraging person. Like, it's not serving you, then don't. Like, I know this isn't your passion, you're creative, like, you should really act on it, like, create your art. And like, he's the one that got me my iPad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was just really beautiful. I feel so blessed. And like, you know what,
he's a keeper.
I know.
Be supporting you like that, like your true self, your highest
that's my
self.
soulmate. That's my soulmate.
How long have you guys been together?
We met last November.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's pretty new. We already moved across the coast together. Like,
hell yeah. You guys are just doing it. It's one of those things where it's like you just know.
Oh yeah, we just knew. We
That's
really
great.
just did. Yeah, it's so surreal, but like I also feel like I really was missing being in touch with my divine feminine.
Ooh.
And that's because I was working, right? And like working something, like first off, I didn't really align with that job spiritually, obviously. And I felt as though like because it was something that I didn't want to do so badly, I really didn't want to do it. It drained the life out of me. So I wasn't able to like do things that I liked. I wasn't able to like, I didn't have the energy to work out after work, you know? And
Right.
like,
You didn't want to do anything. You were too tired.
no, I was exhausted. It would affect my mood. And I'm like, I just found myself thinking, like, I moved to such a beautiful, one of the most beautiful cities in America. And I can't even enjoy it because I'm sitting at this 9 to 5 all day. I'm sitting in like a dark room. Like, no, I live in the mountains and the beach is 20 minutes away. Like, I need to be exploring my surroundings. I moved here for the nature. And I'm not even, you know, like doing it. And so I just left.
I feel like too, because you're talking about how like, you know, you feel like you needed to be more connected with your divine feminine. I can see that in your art.
You see that, really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I can see that you can make that connection more through your artistry.
Wow.
Which is amazing to me because for me, the pieces that I admired the most consists the most of like self and universe. like I could totally, I just get it. And
Yeah.
you've got that flower too, like the beautiful sunflower to blossom just like you are.
Yeah.
That's so symbolic.
Yeah.
I love that. And I understand it. I feel like I understand artwork more than words sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because there's more of a connection to emotion than like words, which, don't get me wrong, I appreciate them. It's important, especially like poetry and such, when you can use creativity and language. But just even with like color and artwork and like making pieces that are calling your thoughts and putting it on paper can literally put words
Yeah.
into your emotions, and then that kind of helps like make connections.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's true. It really is. And it's like, you start with a blank canvas, right? And like, you don't know where it's going, but then it happens and it's finished and you're like, whoa, well, that was a piece of my soul. Like, like, that's my soul. That collection is my soul. 30 pieces of my soul. Should have called it that. Next time.
Next collection.
I mean, I can call it that. I can edit it.
There we
Actually,
go.
I don't know if I could edit the collection, the title. But
If you can, then at least you know, like, that's where you're going. That's your next collection.
yeah, 30 pieces of my soul. That's pretty deep. I love that.
I love that too. I love that we're like literally, I feel like we're unwrapping gifts right now.
We are, right? We
Creative
are.
ideas right now.
Okay, so let's see. Here.
Yeah, we'll move
This. Okay. Should I do one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands was in the same deck.
And the Queen of Wands.
Yeah.
What about the other two?
That's some queen shit.
I know, right?
I don't know who this is. I don't know. I feel like I don't want that right now.
Okay.
I want this one, which was upside down. I got the star upside down.
Ooh, interesting, because I usually always put them right side up.
Yeah, you see
I
how
love when
I
that
was
happens.
about to?
Yeah.
But I'm like, wait, no, I think it was meant to
I
be
love when that
way.
happens.
And I don't know who this is.
That's the Two of Swords, which could have to do with restraint and like being in a crossroads, which I feel like might be for me.
Yeah.
I'm totally feeling that right now. Stacked with the Justice card, it's like, okay, well, do you want this? Like, which way are you gonna go?
Wow.
The Queen of Wands represents one's basic instincts and emotion. Hello.
Intuition.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, just perhaps being more in tune with that.
I feel like when you're intuitive, like, that is your queendom. That is your divine feminine.
Absolutely.
That's your power.
Yeah, listening to emotions.
Yeah.
Not avoiding.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me for sure. Does that resonate with you? I'm like, I feel seen right now.
This one is for you for sure. That one doesn't resonate with me.
Let me highlight that. I'm gonna check it out real quick too.
My friend was telling me the other day, Gato, she was like, you know, like, she works a pretty stressful job and she's a healer and an empath. And the type of empath where, like, she feels your pain, like, physically. She feels your physical pain. Like, one time, early on in our friendship, she came over and she was like, Fari, do you have cramps?
Whoa.
And I was like, yes. I didn't even tell her yet that I was on my period. She's like, well, take care of that. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so she was working a contract tracing job. So she was calling it sick people, saying like, oh, you have COVID, you're in contact with someone who has COVID. That's what I'm saying. And she was so drained. And I'm like, girl, you gotta leave that job.
I feel like things like that put you, like, she was put there to discover that.
See? Yeah. And she was like, we were meant to be doing this, like, we were meant to just be picking cherries off bushes naked and feeding them to each other. Like, this wasn't, we're not, yeah.
You're not supposed to be right here on the phone right now.
Yeah, don't you love that?
I love it, yeah.
I've been saying it to everybody that God has been saying this. Like,
that's really
such
cool.
a beautiful way to put it. She's a Pisces, so
of course,
dreamy.
Of course,
she'd be getting creative with her words.
I love water signs.
Yeah, right?
Scorpios could be feisty, but I love
Yeah.
them. My
I
daughter's
like
a
Scorpios
Scorpio
too.
too, so.
You're what?
My daughter,
Oh, awesome.
she's a little Scorpio. Very, very feisty. Sometimes I'm like, is Scorpio water or fire? Like, sometimes I'm like,
I
damn,
know.
you know?
Scorpio, I like Scorpio women.
Yeah, I love them. Totally.
For sure.
The men can be crybabies, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Okay, so Two of Swords symbolizes the confusion we face when we are forced to make difficult choices.
Oh my God, see? That is for you.
Yeah, that is totally me. Because remember I was telling you, like, I'm so indecisive. Oh my God. And so I need to just get up and push forward movement to receive that justice card, the abundance there.
That's amazing.
For sure. Let's check out
Star
in reverse. Yeah, missed opportunities, disappointments. Okay, so let me look up page of wands because this is important. Good news that should be coming to you swiftly or shortly. Connected with the Star in reversed.
So it's almost like you're blocking that good news? Or whoever, in general.
I mean,
like
yeah,
blocking.
literally, that could definitely be connected to this here. Is this reading for me right now?
I think it is. I just got that too.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I guess it makes sense because I'm doing the cards, right?
Yeah, totally. These are the two sides. You see that? So it's like two options here. Good news coming to you swiftly. Are you going to take this path, or are you going to miss opportunity to receive this?
And also this. Not only justice, but abundance.
Wow.
And intuition. And being in tune with yourself in general.
That is so crazy.
It's all connected.
It is so connected, and I feel like we just put a puzzle together.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fun.
Isn't it?
Fun.
It's so fun.
Oh,
Ace of
interesting.
Wands.
That's interesting because you're like, I know I'm a bad bitch, but like, do I have faith right now?
Girl, you're calling me out on my own podcast.
We keep it real.
I know, we do keep it real in this space. Accountability.
Yes.
It's real.
That's what I feel like I want that in my friendships too. Like, I want people to hold me accountable.
Dude, that's why, like, Delaney, I love you. That's my best friend. That's my soul sis. That's my soulmate. Like, she brings that shit out in me. And, like, I'm just trying to find people like that, more people like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I was just talking to her today about how hard it is to find, like, good friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm glad
beautiful.
we found each other.
I know.
This is a blast. Thank you for providing this deck. I literally.
It's wild because, like, I just had it sitting somewhere and I shelved it and I was like, I'm just going to put it out here with my art books and look where we are. That's crazy.
Yeah, because again, you wouldn't have these passions if you weren't meant to share them with the world. They're not meant to be inside your head.
That is so wild because didn't I just tell you today? I was like, oh, sorry, like, work has me caught up. I haven't been in spaces, and, like, wow, here I am.
Yeah, but you like spaces.
I
It doesn't
do.
feel like social media because it's not vain and like.
I have to say that I feel so much more supported in spaces than I do on Instagram. I feel like Instagram, I'm still, I'm making myself seen, but I'm not fighting for acceptance, but, like, I guess trying to find my people on that platform. You know what I mean?
Not easy. It's
Yes,
like
not
because
easy.
it's like because it is all about aesthetics,
Mm-hmm.
which I love aesthetics. I love. Oh yeah, I didn't even. Oops.
It's okay.
I hope that was fine. But like I get, I love making things look pretty. Like I get it, but then like when it just seems kind of like competitive and like flexy, Like I feel like everyone's just trying to flex on
flexy.
each other, and it's like
Totally.
come on, like.
Yeah.
I know that you're broke right now. Like, like I know for a fact. Like, I know for a fact. Like,
That's so good.
So, I don't
No,
know. It
yeah, I
doesn't
totally
feel
get it.
authentic to me.
Yeah.
But spaces, because we don't really have our pictures up like that. Like, people just hear our voices and what we stand for, and they see our art, and that's so deep and, like, raw.
Yeah, and I love that you can't see faces for sure. For sure. Because I noticed on Instagram, like, I'll post my creative stuff, but everybody wants to like pictures of my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. I know.
I am not here so you can look at my face all the time. Like,
That's why they're there. They want to
Yeah.
look at your face all the time. Let's see our
yeah, let's
last
pull the last one.
flips. The Magician.
Wow, that's manifestation card.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also, this is such a strong row. Can we talk about this?
Yes.
Can we talk about that Magician, Queen of Cups, Justice, and Queen of Wands? Like, what?
Those are all major arcanas. You see how there's like
Really?
titles there? Yeah, that's like really big energy. Big energy.
I feel a lot of energy from this row. So I'm like, I need to put it together. That's
I know, you totally did that. Wow.
crazy.
Okay, so the Magician is the card of new beginnings and opportunities. Wow.
It just goes so well.
Yeah, because it's crazy because the Star in reverse was like talking about missed opportunities. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you gotta like align, you know, you gotta focus on this option versus this could also be a product of the mind, you know, like what do they call it? Like demon and angel, like voices, you know, like which way? Kind of like imposter syndrome, like, you know, like believing in self or withholding and missing out on
It's
opportunities.
true. And they're polar opposites.
Right?
They go one way.
Literally opposite.
Yeah.
And that's the only card that's been reversed.
That's, yeah. No, Hangman was also reversed.
That was the other way?
Hangman.
I think it's supposed to be, he's supposed to be hanging like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? He's hanging out, girl. He is
Oh.
hanging.
I'm like, yeah, because why would he be standing? Oh, that makes.
Oh my god.
This one,
That
what is
card
this?
haunts me, dude.
Which card is this?
Two of Pentacles. Ugh.
Two of Pentacles was with this group.
That is the balance card.
Oh my god, duh!
You see, he's like trying to balance everything.
But you know what? The Magician also has the infinity symbol right over his head. You see that?
I love that you caught that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Which is a matter of like manifesting.
Oh my god,
you know?
and it's interesting because it's on both sides of the scale. And in this one, he's trying to manage it, right? And in this one, it's aligned.
He's got it.
It's aligned. It's on his.
Is he holding
Grandfather.
selenite?
I think so. Yeah. This
Oh
is
my
you. This is you. Magician vibes.
Oh my god, I love that.
I love it.
Dang, that's so cool. Yeah, see, Two of Pentacles invites you to manage your time and your priorities carefully. Your workload is high. Oh my god, and to get everything done, you've got to create more balance, which is so true.
Yes, my love, you do.
Wow. That's crazy.
You
This
do,
is-
but it's also like, don't, like, there's a such thing as focusing on it too much. Because sometimes you gotta let yourself flow.
Dude, I hyper focus a lot for sure.
You gotta
I think
let
it's part of my
yourself flow,
ADD. Yeah,
and, like-
I need to chill.
But I understand, like, you do have to be in your masculine energy a lot because you're editing that takes so much time. Editing, I've been there.
does.
And, like, you know, trying to balance that with being a mom and your job, like, that's a lot of work. And so you have to definitely cater to your divine feminine as well, because that's what's going to make you feel aligned. Whatever that means to you. Nobody's can tell you what it means.
Yeah.
Only you can tell only you can decide like what makes you feel powerful in your own femininity. You know, be that taking a bath, be that doing a face mask, be that getting a massage. Like, you know.
I feel that I do need a massage.
Yeah, you should get one.
I
Should
do
do
need
that.
one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I work at a place where I work with massage therapists too, so I have no excuse.
Yeah, amazing. You should.
Wow, I love this. Okay, thank you for everything that you are.
Stop.
It's crazy that this played out like this. Of course, it would be targeting me.
Oh my god.
I feel targeted.
It's so funny. Next time you could do me.
Yeah, for sure. Next time I'm gonna shuffle at paint night.
Oh my god, yeah.
At paint
Maybe
night, that's
bring
what's gonna
in-
happen.
Or I just like tomorrow I'm gonna go buy my own tarot deck.
Yes, I love that.
And then you can use my deck when you come over my home.
I love that. Please do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're gonna make this happen for sure. I
Yeah.
love this so much.
It's amazing.
To wrap this up, we're going to do something new that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I always forget, to be honest. And of course, with your beautiful energy, I cannot forget.
Okay.
I've been reminded. So this is a game. We're not really strangers. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, yeah. I found this account ages ago before they were even like really big, and I got the game as soon as she came out with the game, and it's just, I don't know. I've played it a couple times with a couple different people, and I love it. It's just like it helps you like unfold things with people. So
sponsorship, please.
We're not really plug me in, yeah. Okay, so I'll pull 3 cards.
Okay.
And then you could pull 3 cards, okay?
Okay.
So I guess like I'll pull them and then ask you.
Okay.
And then vice versa.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Are you missing anyone right now?
Yes, my brother. I miss my brother. He's 18, but he'll always be my baby.
Oh, he's back in New Jersey?
Yeah, we've never lived so far before.
Oh my god.
And I miss the shit out of him.
Shit. Do you think they are missing you too?
Yeah, definitely.
That's really cool.
He calls me all the time, which is sweet. For an 18-year-old to be FaceTiming you
That's
on the
important.
weekends,
Wow.
that's really sweet.
When was the last time you talked to him?
Yesterday. It's funny because he actually helped me buy my first NFT.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like really good at all that stuff.
And he's 18. Wow.
He's 18, and
yeah.
he's like, you know, like, because I did my own research, I knew about it. I just like was having trouble like purchasing it. Something wasn't making sense, but he helped me buy it. And so he's like, you know, now I'm like making all this NFT content, making it my priority. And then OpenSea followed me. As soon as I saw it, I screenshotted and sent it to him. I'm like, and he's like, no way, that's so sick. And then the next day, Coinbase and me are having a conversation on my video. And he's like, oh my god, like, are they gonna sponsor you? You know, so like he's excited. And like the way he types is usually very monotone, like no punctuation really, like very like, you know, like how you would imagine like a young boy to talk.
Like that run-on sentence.
I mean, just like barely any words.
Yeah.
Barely any words.
Okay.
But for him to be like, no way! Exclamation! Like, you know, he was like genuinely excited.
You
and
felt
I'm like,
it, yeah.
He's the only person I can like really go to because I'm like, most people don't even know what that is. And then like my new NFT friends, like, there's such a new friendship that I don't want to make it seem like, oh, I'm bragging or something, you know?
Yeah, totally. It's important though to like honor yourself though too.
It is.
I feel like that could be a Cancer moon thing.
Yeah.
Like just like withholding because you don't want to make others feel less of themselves.
I think you're right.
Which I do a lot too.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Yeah, let's not. We can
Honor
hold
yourself.
each other accountable. And
yeah, and like real friends are gonna be down as fuck, regardless of what your successes are, and like they won't compare, you know.
Yeah, because I tweeted about it today, and it was gonna be like probably my first tweet of the day, and then I'm like, I don't know, I felt like kind of cocky, and then I was like, you know, so I didn't tweet that, and then like I'm there like doing this, you know, I'm making this my life, like this. I don't even have that many followers on TikTok. I just grew like a couple hundred, you know, I don't even think I'm at 1,000 yet though. I think I'm at like 800 last time I checked.
Okay.
But again, like 2 days ago I was at 100 still.
Dude, that's amazing.
So,
and that shows what focusing on that will do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're like you're focusing on it.
Yeah.
You're manifesting that.
I mean, yeah, I'm making it my life, and I'm like, wait, this is a really big deal for me. Like, I should be proud of myself. So I tweeted like a cocky little tweet about it today, and I'm like, yeah. And then people that wanted to empower me about it empowered me about it, and I'm like, yeah, see, that's cool. Like, thanks.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to find it and I'm going to retweet it.
Hell yeah.
With my 50 followers.
Hell yeah, girl.
I just started 3 weeks ago.
Who knows? One of your followers could be my first buyer. Like, you never know.
That is the point of it all. We got to support each other, you know?
We do.
You just never know.
We do.
Alrighty, so let's see. Let's do number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, how messy do you think my car is? 1 being the cleanest, 10 being a complete disaster.
It's
Explain.
funny that there's so much balance talk because I hate scales.
Really?
I hate rating things. I hate like the scale. Like it's hard for me.
Girl, you got a scale.
It's crazy. Maybe I need balance.
Yeah, maybe that's a sign. I feel like some of this stuff cannot all be for me. There's no way, girl.
It can't. I asked for both of us. That was the intention of both of us.
See?
It resonated with you first. It's just taking me a little bit longer
to piece it together. And I know, too, that, like, tarot is, like, newer to you, like, the definitions and stuff, you know? Like, even for me, I'm over here Googling it. But once I read it, I remember. So...
yeah.
So I'm going to say take a picture of it and study it. You know what I mean?
I am. That was actually my plan.
Yeah.
If you were going to try to clean it up, I wasn't going to let you. I was like,
no,
wait, I need to take a picture.
I know. Girl, I did that like a few times when I first started. And I'm like, cringe.
Yeah.
I just cringed. Like, why did I do that?
And Sage is really experienced with tarot, so I want to show her.
Hell yeah.
So that's
yeah, she's totally going to get it. She's going to watch this and laugh.
Yeah. Oh my God, you know, it was so funny. I was like, because we have a Twitter space planned, and I was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm sure it won't take too long. And she was like, are you kidding me? You guys are capstones with Cancer moons. You guys aren't going to shut up. You're not going to stop talking.
It's so true.
I already know. I'm like, okay, I guess prepare for a late night then.
Right?
Like,
I love it.
so fun. But
she knows.
Like, I feel like a lot of power from this one. Like, I feel energy from, like, this row in particular.
Yeah. And that's you keep putting your hands over it, too.
Yeah, and that's because it's making me feel like this is where I'm headed. It really does. Like, because I did that. Like, I feel like I did all of that. Okay. I sacrificed.
There you go.
I went through the internal battles, even the external battles, and, like, I went through moments of doubt and uncertainty, and it got really dark because to me stability and money has so much value. But
I mean, yeah, you're Capricorn.
Yeah, exactly. We're like so driven by money.
Totally.
And so I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna be driven by my passion, and I gave up everything. I left where I was. I left I was born and raised in Jersey, you know, and I just left.
And had you ever left before that?
And not Jersey, no, not really. I mean, to travel, sure, but like not to live anywhere else.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, and
yeah, maybe this like bottom row here is literally your story.
Yeah, I think that it is.
Yeah,
so interesting. And the Hermit too. I feel like I had to go inwards a lot. And when I was telling you, like, I lost so many friends and stuff, like I only had myself really through that.
And with that comes wisdom, girl. You learn a lot about yourself and others when you do that.
Yeah, because there was a lot of shadow work. There was old trauma mixed with new trauma.
Wow.
So.
Props.
Yeah. And, like, I had to protect myself. I had to protect my mental health for like, a couple of days. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want my energy. When I don't feel aligned, I don't want my energy to, like, mess with anybody else's.
Right.
So I just prefer not to, like, hang out with people in that time, you know, because I want to come to everybody with good vibes.
I totally feel that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I used to not be like that. I used to be like a social, like, super just, like, avoidant by socializing, you know? But now it's like, I will isolate, you know? Because I, like, want to figure this shit out. Because I want to ascend, you know what I mean?
Of course.
I want to do all that. So, like, I definitely, like, I'll isolate when I need to. I call it my cocoon.
It's important. And I was like that too. Like, I was like on Bumble BFF, like swiping, looking for friends, like trying to meet up with people. And then I'm like, wait, I think this is just meant for, like, this time is meant for me to focus on myself and my art, and the friends will come, you know? And that's exactly what's happening too. That's why it feels like gold and royalty, because I'm attracting such amazing people. This hasn't happened to me before.
Me too. I'm just entering it. You're my first person.
Amazing. I'm fucking honored.
I will never forget you.
I'm so honored. Are you kidding me? It's amazing.
It's
Bitch,
really cool.
I'm not going to let you forget me.
Of course you're not.
You can try it.
If you got my placements, girl, there's no way. We are unforgettable.
Yes, it's true. It's true. What can I say? But yeah, it's so awesome.
Love that. So this card symbolizes your need to review scales or check them out.
Yes.
Acknowledge them. And let's see, we're going to do number 3. So what do you think my weakness is? Oh my God.
Your weakness?
Spotlight. I'm just kidding.
Probably your children.
Yeah.
You probably do anything for them.
Totally. You're so right. You're so right. Like damn, that's like deeper than I thought.
It tends to get like that with me.
Right? Yeah.
I have a hard time keeping things like surface level. I don't know how to do small talk. I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Me too.
Of course. That's why I knew this was going to be a blast.
Right?
Yeah. The fact that we're both we're Cancer and Caps, like, that's what made me want to do it more. Because I'm like...
Yeah, like it's like,
I'm
okay, let's
sure
fuck
that's gonna
around
be
and find
fun.
out.
Yeah, and I feel like we really helped each other through this. I mean, I didn't know
absolutely.
anything. Thank you for providing this deck. Like,
It was
it
meant
just
to
happened.
be, girl. It was meant to be.
It really was. I'm going to get my own tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
I'm
I
gonna...
love that you're doing that because that's just another step into your endeavors. You know what I mean?
And that too, like, I have the car.
Now you got your car, so go get all those errands done.
Yes.
Do what you need to do.
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a blast.
Do it so you make enough sales to buy yourself a brand new car.
Yes.
Fresh.
Yes, definitely. That'll be something I'm manifesting too, and I'm like,
Hell yeah.
that too. I'm just not being very specific about it.
Hell yeah.
right
Just
now.
let what is meant for you, come in its own timing.
Do I do you now?
Oh, yes. You're going to do me, so help yourself.
Okay, let's see. Close your eyes. What color are my eyes? You're supposed to close your eyes?
They're like a honey brown. Honey
guess.
brown.
I guess, yeah.
In this light, it's honey
That's
brown.
sweet. Nobody's ever described it like that before. I like that.
Yeah, girl, I see the honey in your eyes.
You're right.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god.
How are you, really?
Stop it. Oh my fucking god.
Yo!
Like gripping. I'm
when
like,
I'm not calling you out, the cards are.
no, I'm like white knuckling my chair right now. It's like,
That's really
no,
funny.
girl. That's crazy you say that. Okay, so again, I've been in a crossroads this week. And I am definitely I'm still coming into my higher self. Like, just when I think, like, I've got it all figured out, there's something else and there's something else. But, like, what's different from me now than previously, and, like, the old me is that I am not putting my shit down. Like, I'm white knuckling my projects. You know what I mean? Like, I am not letting this go. Nobody's going to strip this from me. Like, that's how I'm feeling. Like, I'm holding on really tight. And I think I need to, like feel safe and in just being, and letting go of letting go of control, just like
See?
letting things be what they are and just watching them unfold how they need to.
That's beautiful because I feel like in the beginning of the conversation, you weren't saying that. You were living it and you were talking about how you are controlling everything and want to make sure everything's balanced. But now you're saying, like, yeah, like, I think I need to just flow with it sometimes. I'm like, yeah.
Whoa.
I do.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And then just flow with it, and then you'll end up where you're meant to be. Sorry, I know that sounds so cheesy. So cheesy.
Wow, I love that, and it's so admirable because this is definitely like where I'm at too in my journaling, which is so crazy. It's just like setting yourself free.
Yeah.
Basically is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I have a very free spirit. I'm like...
And what I'm noticing is that I'm like, I feel like I'm attracting all of those energies in people. Is the free spirited energy. And I think that's because it's what I am coming into. It's almost like how we're talking about the North and the South nodes, like that. It's always been a safe place to, like, control everything, to feel safe. But now, like, I'm coming into true identity of releasing and being the free spirit that I know that I am. Like, my grandma calls me a gypsy. Like, I am a free spirit, but in some areas of life I'm not because of those, like, the childhood traumas. You know what I mean?
So that's blockages.
Blockages, yeah. So spirituality is definitely helping me get there and work those things out.
Definitely. And I know that, like, when you're early on your journey, and I feel like we all are, because we're gonna live to be over 100, right?
Right.
So like, it's really easy to just, like, go on YouTube and try to find people that resonate with you and like, what is this person telling me to feel? Like, what does this symbolize for this person? But it's like, all the answers that you need are within you. What do you crave more of?
What do you crave more of? What do I crave more of? I crave more time for my creativity. That's what I crave.
So how do you express that? Painting?
Yeah, it takes form definitely in painting, and honestly even in like aside from like projects, even in like roller skating. I love roller skating.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so like when I do go roller skating, sometimes like I'll even like throw my camera over my shoulder and we're mobbing, and like I'll stop to take a photo if I feel called to do it. So maybe that's part of it, you know? Just like
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Go on an adventure this weekend.
Yeah, dude, we're supposed to be going. Me and our girlfriends are supposed to be going to Balboa to roller skate, and like
Oh, that's so cute.
the scenery there is freaking
It's so
awesome.
pretty
So
there.
I'm so excited right now. I'm just feeling like energy.
Yeah.
Positive,
And you know
uplifting,
what?
supportive
And
energy.
because you're so happy about it, it's like, you know, like, even if those plans aren't working out, you go by your damn self and enjoy roller skating at
I
Balboa
love
Park.
that. Thank you.
Like, that's what you want to do, so you do it.
Damn, girl. Coming from the girl who moved states for you.
Coasts.
I love that.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's so funny. I still wake up like, how am I living in the mountains right now? This is crazy. But
Wow.
this has been so beautiful. Thank you
Hell
for
yeah.
having me.
Thank you so much. I love you. How can everybody find you?
So I'm on TikTok and Twitter. Not really on IG at the moment like that. And I'm NFT Fari on both.
Okay, perfect. Same username. So I'm going to plug in her username so you can find her, check out her artwork. It's beautiful. It's supportive energy to find your divine feminine. For men too, that's so real. That is a real thing. And if you felt any form of resonating with our conversation today, check out her artwork, because I feel like it definitely helped express, you know, where she comes from when she makes it. So thank you again.
Thank
I
you
appreciate
so much
you.
for saying that.
Dude, you're on your path.
Just
Thank
enjoying
you.
the journey. Thank you. This is so beautiful. I love what you're doing here. This is a really good way to tap into your spirituality, and it's not easy to do, and it's, you know, really essential to be like, sometimes you can get downloads just from talking to people,
Right.
You know, just talking to your loved ones, your friends, strangers.
It's
a message
that
at
simple.
Target. So, you know, it's so important that you're doing this, because this has been so powerful.
Thank you for being with me today. If you felt this in your heart and your soul and your center, then please subscribe for more soulful messages. And most importantly, be somebody's angel today and share this episode. Until next time, Angelians, peace and love.